unusual way, Glenn?
We got back together in an unusual way.
After a 10-year.
We met 10 years ago, went out for 5 years, broke up. She left me for a guy with a bigger bullhorn.
You're kidding me.
No.
You mean there is a bigger bullhorn than this one?
The guy had a PA system with Dolby hooked to his truck.
He know how to woo her.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then I was actually, we'd broken up. We hadn't seen each other. I was on the morning show.
Yeah.
Her sister-in-law called her. Patty, Glenn is on the morning show.
The morning show that I'm doing here in New York?
The New York, right.
Okay.
She's from New York.
Yeah.
It was the morning show in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to a TV. They had a TV over at Pepsi where she worked, and she watched me. The next day was my birthday, sent me a balloonogram.
Oh, she missed your bullhorn.
She missed it.
Yeah.
It may be small, but it's powerful.
So anyway, she wormed her way back into your heart.
Yeah, she did. She wormed her way back in.
And that's all it took, and you fell in love again?
Your show?
How do you like that?
A
You
bullhorn?
mean I'm
started that
responsible
whole
for this
thing?
cozy little love
That's
nest
right.
in Van Nuys?
That's right.
With the chalk marks on it?
That's right.
Joining us now with some household tips is he's a comedian who tours the country and hosts a comedy sports show in Los Angeles, but he's also a father to bleed. To bleed.
I am bleeding. I am bleeding.
Here's
Thank
Glenn
you, Father.
Super.
Thank you
Hi,
very much.
Glenn.
Thank
How are you?
very much.
Nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
What do you do? When's the baby coming?
August 27th.
Oh, is it your first?
My first child.
It's going to be the best thing that ever happened to you.
I think so.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get you some some projecting ahead and making some fatherly hints.
It's summertime. For you fathers out there, for your mothers out there, it's
Yeah.
summertime. You want the iced tea. People drink iced tea during the summer.
Yeah, sure.
But you're out of lemon.
What?
You're out of lemon.
Okay.
What should you do?
You go outside, you get lemon from a lemon tree.
Yeah, but you live in New York. There's no
New
lemon
York
tree.
City, no lemon tree, right.
You take lemon-flavored gelatin.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Yes, it works. Has that citrus flavor, and it also sweetens it. You can use the NutraSweet.
But you have to drink it fast, right?
Right. No, if you sit in the refrigerator, it turns to Jell-O in your stomach.
Oh, I see.
This really will do it.
Yeah, taste it. It tastes really good.
What's the green stuff?
That's lime.
If
Maybe
you don't
want
like lemon, yeah.
Right. You want lime.
Like if you run out of margarita mix.
That's right. You can use lime.
Should I really try this?
Take a sip.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
try it.
Why, it tastes lemony.
How do you like that?
It
huh?
works.
Of course it does. That's why I have these household tips.
You have another household tip, I understand, on how to...
Champagne.
Yes, flatten if it's flat.
If it's flat,
Right, we don't
okay.
want flat champagne.
No, what you do is you
No.
take a raisin,
Uh-huh.
and it revives the champagne.
Just one raisin?
A few raisins. See the bubbles? The bubbles are coming. You see, look, the bubbles.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Can I hold this up?
Yes.
Let me shake the lime stuff off.
Okay, get the lime off
so
there.
Mr. Cameron can
See the bubbles?
Tiny bubbles. Everybody. Floating in my champagne.
Maybe you need a couple of more raisins there.
No, actually, the bubbles are small, but it is revived.
It will work, yeah.
Now,
I can see them pumping.
tell us about this. You've got some
Okay.
meat here that...
Okay, here's meat, flank steak.
Yes.
Those were good tips, by the way.
Good
Those two
tips. Thank you
Very
very
good.
much. You're on the golf course.
Yes.
You're hungry. You
Yes.
want a steak.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
A golf
You brought your hibachi. The caddy is
that,
carrying the
don't you?
hibachi.
Yes, right.
You brought the steak.
Yes.
Most people don't carry this in their golf bag.
I do. That's my 5-iron.
That's your
Unless they're-
5-iron. Okay, well,
Unless
most
he's
real golfers.
entertaining, he
Right.
uses it as a
Good
microphone.
sandwich kind of
Yes,
thing.
It is.
uh-huh.
What are you going to do if you're out there?
How do you tenderize the steak on the golf course?
What?
The golf shoe has little spikes.
Oh, no.
Yes, you can actually tenderize.
Let me ask you something, Glenn. Do you have to clean the shoe before you...
I would recommend, clean. You can these come out. You
Else
can
the steak gets a
sterilize
little
them.
gritty. Is
You
this
carry along a spare golf shoe.
Oh.
You people at home, don't try this. If you do use this at home, eat the reverse side.
Okay, I'd say you're 2 for 3 on that one.
There you go. Another household tip right there for you fathers to be.
Be in the same room with him and not know he's there. Not one of the quieter acts we've ever had on Nashville Now. Glenn Super, Mr. Bullhorn.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you very much. Thank you. Attention hemorrhoid sufferers. There'll be horseback running at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, anybody here own a house, huh? Does anybody here speak English? Maybe that's the problem. Does anybody here own a house? Thank you very much. You know, they say owning a house is the great American dream. It's really the great American nightmare. When we moved into my new house, there was no telephone, waiting for the telephone man. On the second day, the cable TV blew up in my face. So we called the cable. Everybody sing with me. And we're waiting for the telephone man. On the third day, the toilet leaked. I stepped in, you know what? So we called the plumber, still waiting for the cable, and we're waiting for the same. On the fourth day, my dryer turned my shirts into hand puppets. We called the Maytag man, where's the stupid plumber, and the lousy cable, and we're waiting for the telephone. On the fifth day, the stove leaked and gassed the dog to death. People are sick, you know that? We called the gas company, but where's the stupid Maytag man, the plumber, the cable TV too, and we're waiting for the telephone. On the sixth day, I left for a minute just to mail my mortgage check. When I returned 1 minute later, tacked up on my door was a note from the gas company. A note from the Maytag man, the plumber, the cable TV too, saying, sorry you were out when we came by. Please call our office and schedule another appointment. But I'm still waiting for the telephone man. Here's a thought that's been bothering me. Does a garbage man take a shower before he goes to work? I wanted to get back at my garbage man. I found out where he lived, went down to his house on his day off, and snuck under his window with Mr. Bullhorn.
Attention, garbage man. How do you like being woken up at 6 in the morning?
You know what my fantasy is? To have a car phone and the phone number of the idiot in front of me. And call this guy up. Excuse me, you're the blue Chevrolet. I'm the guy behind you. Do me a favor.
Learn how to drive, you idiot!
You know, pretty soon everybody's going to have a phone in their car. You know what that means? The cops won't have to pull you over. They'll call you on the phone. It is the police. Why don't you pull over, pal? Look, I'm in a big hurry, officer. Just send me that ticket to my car fax machine. You know what I'm going to do when I get a car phone? First thing I'm going to do is pull off the side of the road, call Domino's Pizza. When you see the pizza truck coming, drive away. Make them chase you for 10 miles. Then say, I refuse to pay for this. It's late and it's cold. You know who I am? I am the Noid. All right, before I go, how many people like to go over to some fast food place and play tricks on the guy at the drive-in window, huh? Order, please. I whispered. Could you speak up, sir? Sir, please try to speak up. I'm Mr. Bullhorn. Thank you. Good night. Great to be here in Nashville. Is everybody happy to be here in Nashville, huh? Yeah. Thank you. It's great. I was in Japan last week. I went there to visit our money. And, boy, the weather's been really bad, hasn't it? With the snowing, you notice the weather out there, the snowing, the raining, and people in Nashville drive bad when it's raining, when it's drying outside. Am I right? That's right. I bring a bullhorn on my car when I drive here in Nashville. Somebody cuts me off, it's a job for Mr. Bullhorn.
You are an idiot. You should donate your eyes before you die.
We need tricks to survive on the roads today. Am I right, people? Here's my favorite trick. If I got to make a left turn, I put my right signal on. When everybody goes to the right to block me, I make my left turn. And I'm driving behind this woman. She is putting on mascara with one hand, lip gloss with the other hand. She's steering with her knees while waxing her legs. Then she jams on the brakes for no apparent reason. My razor goes flying out of my hand. I gag on my toothbrush. My car phone falls in my bowl of Fruit Loops. There's milk all over my fax machine. Then a Nashville cop rear ends me. He was angry. Coffee and donuts all over his uniform. Now, is it just me? You know, the cops today do not have a sense of humor. It's just me. Hello. Anybody here speak English? What's the problem? ¿Cuántos personas los orientan? I'm going 95 miles an hour down the street, and a cop pulls me over, and I hear this. Here's exactly what I hear. Pull over. And I'm thinking, this bozo is doing my act. It was a job for Mr. Bullhorn.
Pull over yourself, you big jerk.
Now, you kids watching, don't try this at home. I'm a professional moron. It took 5 doctors and a dentist to remove that bullhorn. Any racing fans here tonight? Yeah. Did you watch the Daytona 500? Was that exciting or what, huh? You know, every year people talk about how grueling the Daytona 500 race is. Give me a break. This isn't grueling. Is that your dad? If they want to make the Daytona 500 grueling, put 3 kids in back of every race car. I have to go to the bathroom. Are we there yet? He hit me. Don't make me stop this race car. But I'm thirsty, Daddy. Drink some STP. We're winning. I'd make a lousy race car driver. 12 pit stops, 8 just for directions. Plus my wife, the lovely Mrs. Bullhorn, want to sit in the car and tell me how to drive. Make a right, honey. It's an oval. Be quiet. You know, it's funny, I got those gorgeous race cars, they put stickers all over. You know, would you buy an $80,000 Mercedes-Benz? Hey, let's put a Shop Kmart sticker on the door. Now, anybody have a telephone in their car? Anybody? Nobody. You can do so many great things with a phone. You can stop at a red light, roll down the window, look at the next car, and go, hey, it's for you. It's your wife, and boy, she ticked off at you. I can't afford a cellular phone, so I've installed a payphone in my car. I would rather fly than drive. You too, huh? How do you feel about banning cigarettes on planes? How do you feel about this? No, yes, boo, yes, no, ah. Well, I think we should ban all crying babies. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. If I'm on a plane, a baby's crying, it's a job for Mr. Bullhorn right in that brat's face.
Attention, baby. Wah, wah. Google Gaga, this your little brat. Wah. Guess what? You were adopted. Wah.
You know, I'm a parent, and there are many shows our children should not watch because I am an educated parent. For example, Popeye is a very sick show. Everybody on Popeye has some kind of eating disorder. The entire cast belongs on Oprah. Popeye eats nothing but... Wimpy eats nothing but... So you all watch the show. Olive oil is either anorexic, bulimic, or both. And Bluto is a fat pig. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Here you are, sir.
I love that. I understand the first time you did the Griffin show, the Merv Griffin show, that Sylvia was on the
My
show?
very first TV appearance.
We were talking about that earlier.
That's right. Testing. Whoa! I'm not used to one that's hooked up to something. My very first TV appearance, the Merv Griffin show. Of course, I was 10 years old, and she was 9 years old at the time, right?
That's right.
What were you singing, Sylvia?
I think you had a better memory of this. I think
Tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweed. So it must have been 1981.
One of your first records?
That was my first top 10 record.
Okay.
How do you like that, huh?
Must have
Ralph,
been-
I have an appeal to make. My best friend, Tony Schaus, big fan of yours, watches the show every night. I have to make an appeal. I know you're watching out there, Tony. He owes me money. I can't find the guy. Never loan your friends money. I learned that I loaned Tony $10,000 for plastic surgery. Now I have no idea what he looks like.
On Evening at the Improv, and we've asked him back because he's a super funny guy. He's appeared on Into the Night, the Statler Brothers Show, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, Showtime Comedy Club Network, and he's been the opening act for George Carlin for 2 years. Please welcome the voice of every man, Mr. Bullhorn, Glenn Super!
I've got this phobia in restaurants. I get very nervous when I see my waiter coming out of the men's room. That's when I say, this is a job for Mr. Bullhorn.
Attention, waiter. Did you lave your manos?
Thank you. We got a hot crowd here tonight. Hot crowd. Thank you. It is great to be here in Los Angeles. I just got back from Japan. I went there to visit our money. And, you know, it's funny, when you fly to Japan, you got to change planes in Alaska. I never realized that people in Alaska have these weird accents that sound something like this. I don't do accents that well, I know. Just got back from New York. Anybody from New York, my hometown, huh? Yeah. New York is now the crime capital of the world. We're number one, yeah! New Yorker, right? I'm on a subway car at 4 o'clock in the morning. Guy walks on the train wearing only a jockstrap, holding an AK-47. I knew a crime was about to take place. I turned to my buddy, I said, holy cow, Ralph, we're about to get robbed here. Quick, take this. Here's the $100 that I owe you. Getting very dangerous in New York, that's right. The police have just changed 911 to an unlisted number. I called 911 in New York. I got voicemail. If you're being robbed, press 1. If you're being murdered, press 2. If you're bleeding to death, simply say, the Lord is my shepherd. Now, Hollywood, California, here, the sleaze capital of the world. You guys will applaud anything. The emergency phone number here is 976-911. I called the emergency phone number. A phone sex girl answers. Somebody broke into your house? Was he touching you? I've noticed prejudice against New Yorkers around the country. I went to Nashville, Tennessee. Tried to fit in with these people. I bought a belt buckle the size of a trash can cover. I bought a mobile home. I bought 6 mobile homes, stacked them on top, lived in a mobile high-rise. I started drinking Jack Daniels. The guy wouldn't serve me. I'm sorry, sir, we can't serve Jack Daniels to you here. I said, why? Because I'm a Yankee? And we kicked your butt on PBS? Notice, here's a Burger King, you moron. Any parents here tonight? Yeah? You don't have to raise your hand. We're on TV. Yeah, there ain't parents here tonight. Yeah. The best part of being a parent is my wife brings home a nursing bra. Have you seen this? This is incredible. It's a regular bra with flaps that come down for easy access. Why didn't the girls wear this in high school? It is really hard being a parent. They kicked me and my 1-month-old son out of the casino at Caesar's Palace. Do you believe that? Well, I was changing his diaper on top of the crap table. Well, it's called the crap table. We covered all the bets. What do they want? I would like to change the mood now and do something serious for a second. You know, after you become a parent, you really learn to appreciate life, how precious life is, what a wonderful thing life is. Here's a song I wrote about the beauty of life. Living things are sacred to me, from the human to the panda to the bee. Love the whale, the amoeba, and the bat. I love every breathing thing except a cat. Kill a cat. Kill a cat. Thank you. Bash his brains in with a bat. They're not so brave in your microwave, so today. They won't come when you call, shred the drapes in the hall. They just lie around and look cute. You can teach them tricks like retrieving sticks, so I teach cat skydiving with no parachute.
Toulouse in West L.A., and Mr. Bullhorn, Glenn Super.
If you watch a Showtime Comedy Network, you'll notice that most comedians that appear on this show claim they care about you people in the audience. They're full of shit. They don't care about you people. I care about you people. That's why I'm selling in the lobby Mr. Bullhorn self-help tapes. And now it's time for Mr. Subliminal Persuasion tape number 1. Weight loss. You're lying on the beach, relaxing on the beach. Now listen very carefully to this self-hypnotic suggestion.
Well, down that piece of cake, you fat pig!
Thank you very much. You are unconditionally guaranteed to lose at least $12. And now it's time for Mr. Bullhorn's Subliminal Persuasion tape number 2. Motivation. You're lying on the beach, relaxing on the beach, watching the hospital waste sweep up on the shore. Now, listen very carefully.
Get off your fat ass and get a job, you lazy piece of shit!
Thank you very much. We got a hot crowd here tonight at Igby's. Thank you very much. A hot crowd here. Be victims anymore. I hate driving with my father, Seymour Bullhorn. We're back in New York. It's 110 degrees outside. He's got all the windows closed. I said, Dad, what are you doing? He said, trying to impress people. They think we have air conditioning. I get into an accident, a little fender bender 3 months ago. Less damage than my deductible. I was really pissed off. Let me tell you something. I got back in my car, and I hit that guy again. Life insurance. These salesmen come crawling out of the damn woodwork. Well, gee, Mr. Super, what if you die? What about your wife, your family, your kids? I say, these are the people that are killing me! Airline flight insurance, a big ripoff. Read the fine print. Says you are insured in the air, but not on the ground. So if your plane crashes, it better not hit the ground. Toys R Us, great store, crummy name. You know why Toys? The R is backwards, real educational there. Toys R Us is grammatically incorrect. Am I right? Yes. No wonder our children's test scores be down. Would you buy a brand new Mercedes-Benz from Benz R Us? Would you buy a BMW from Weeby Beamers? I'll tell you something, I am not going to take my son to the grand opening of Disneyland in France. Leave it to the French people to wreck Disneyland. They have a new dwarf, Snotty. You serve red wine with meat, you ungutted pig. Opening night, they shot off fireworks, and France surrendered. Come on, that was a good joke. Come on, that's right. They're obnoxious. All those French people do a brag about their stinking museums. Monsieur, what do you think of the Louvre? I said, first of all, it's pronounced Louvre. There's an R in there like Toys R Us. And it's pronounced Mercy Buckets. Those appetizers are whores the ovaries. And the cars are Grand Prix. Let me tell you something, I was really pissed off. I was walking down that famous street. What's that famous street in Paris called? Right, the Champs Aloysius. I'm walking down there. By the way, you know what that means in French? Anybody know? No. Lexington Avenue. I'm walking down there, I said, this is a job for... No! Monsieur Megaphone.
Attention, people of Paris. Some deodorant would be nice.
Thank you, good night. I'm Mr. Bullhorn. Thank you, good night. Thank you.
Glenn Super!
Thank you. Thank you, good night. Get loud.
Folks, this is homecoming weekend at Cal State Fullerton, and what would homecoming be without some elephants? And what would an elephant story be without Glenn Super?
Glenn Super here for Press Box. You know, Southern California is the sports capital of the world. We have the Raiders, we have the Kings, the Lakers, the Clippers. But the most exciting sport here in Southern California has got to be right here at Cal State Fullerton. I'm talking about elephant racing.
It was a great day for racing at Dumbo Downs. The crowd was crazed with anticipation.
Berkeley, 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 Berkeley.
And so were these finely tuned athletes. And just before post time, I had this exclusive press box interview.
What's the slow stuff found between an elephant's legs? Slow natives. Oh, you've heard that one. Okay. You got one for me? Okay. Oh, what did the elephant say to the naked man? How do you breathe through that thing?
One of the best things about this sport is that unlike auto and boat racing, elephant racing is environmentally sound. Well, sort of. But the greatest thing about it is you can make the big bucks.
I got a hot tip. Hot tip. Can do. Can do. Okay, third race. Dumbo to win. Come on, Dumbo.
Well, you can't win them all, but at least I didn't have to do that.
Hi, Glenn Super here for the Fox Sports Net. As you know, the Mets have a very large Latino following, and therefore they broadcast the games on radio and on television in Spanish. And with me is a legend in Spanish broadcasting. He is the Spanish voice of the Florida Marlins, Mr. Carlos Figueroa, and Mr. Figueroa will work through a translator. Mr. Figueroa, do you enjoy broadcasting games in Spanish?
Mr. Figueroa, ¿te gusta llamar los juegos en español? Sí, me gusta llamarlos mucho. Yes.
Okay, and how long have you spoken Spanish?
¿Y cuánto tiempo has estado hablando español? He estado hablando español toda mi vida. All my life and longer.
Okay, and how did you begin broadcasting games in Spanish?
¿Y cómo empezaste haciendo esto en español? Bueno, yo empecé llamando las corridas de toros en los lunes. I began calling Monday night bullfighting with Dennis Miller.
Every famous announcer has their unique home run call. Give us your signature home run call, please.
Bueno, ¿cómo llamas tú los home runs en español? Está arriba, está lejos, está afuera, nos vemos. It is high, it is far, it is gone. See ya.
Wait a second. That happens to be the home run call of John Sterling and Michael Kay.
Esta es la llamada de Ron Sterling, y no es la tuya. What do you mean it's not mine? That's my wrong. That's how I call. It is high, it is far, it is gone, and I will see you. That's what I say.
No, but Michael Kay and John Sterling do that exact call on the radio here in New York.
I don't. Who in New York? What? You Yankees? Fidel told me about you Yankees. Okay, no, that is mine. Okay, I do it. It is far. It is high. It is far. And you know what? It's gonna go. You know what else?
What?
I'm gonna see you. Okay.
Okay.
Like if I hit you in my
down,
wrist,
calm down. Okay.
I will make your head go.
Okay.
Far, high, and I will see you.
This is Glenn Super with the Fox Sports Net saying, there you are, there you have it, there it is.
Desgraciado. ¿Tú me puedes decir esta cosa a mí? No me dejas con esa mano.
Where's the security? Hi, Glenn Super here for the Fox Sports Net here at Chase Stadium with the #1 hot dog vendor, Mr. Al Garber, in not only New York, but in the National League. And how did you get to be the #1 hot dog vendor?
Well, I led the league in WPIs.
What is WPI?
Those are wieners per inning. I sell more wieners per inning than any other vendor.
Wow, and I understand you won a few other awards.
Oh, yeah. I won 5 Golden Bun Awards, and I haven't dropped one wiener, one hot dog the entire season.
Now, I understand you always wanted to be a hot dog vendor.
Oh, when I was a kid in Little League, all the other kids wanted to pitch. I wanted to sell them hot dogs.
Now, did you study to be the hot dog vendor?
Oh, yeah. I went to Nathan Junior College in Coney